Howdy, folks. Quilly18 here, and welcome to our Saturday live stream. And we are once again, and possibly forever at this rate, live streaming Baldur's Gate 3. Hey, everybody! Hope everyone's having a lovely weekend. I'm so hyped. I can't believe it's been, 3 days, I guess, since we last streamed Baldur's Gate 3. I have been itching to dive in, trying so hard not to be playing on my own and spoiling myself about stuff. It's a really good thing, actually. A new Path of Exile League dropped yesterday, because I was really twitching and I needed something. So I played a little Path of Exile yesterday afternoon and evening, just to be able to have something to do and not think about Baldur's Gate. But it's hard. It's hard. We'll see how far we can get today. There's still so much to do in Act 1. Act 1 is so massive. I think a lot of people are saying, like, Act 1 by itself, you're looking at, like, 50, 60 hours to get through, even if you're not being completely completionist, but just trying to do most things, which is, like, really quite impressive. Yeah, swamps today indeed. So we don't have the little thingy anymore for the Kaga meeting. It looks like, so I guess maybe, I'm guessing here, just guessing, but maybe to like challenge Kaga for ownership or leadership of the Emerald Grove, you can either find evidence that she's a not good person and go and like j'accuse or something like that, I'm assuming, or if you rescue Halsin, then he's going to come back and retake charge. Now, whether or not that translates to j'accuse against Kaga, who knows? But yeah, I don't have the little ticky anymore to spy on her meeting, but we're still going to snoop around. It was somewhere over here. We also, at some point, I guess we got info about a hidden goblin stash. Actually don't know. It's not that, it's not that. Not this. Yeah, I'm not sure that we have an actual, yeah, I don't think we have an actual journal entry. So I'm not sure what led to knowing about this. But at some point we did. We do still have a little ticky here for Auntie Ethel's help, which of course we'll go and check out. Because at this point, you know, Halsin has told us he can't cure us. So we're going to go for another plan with Auntie Ethel over here and see if that might be a thing. At some point, I mean, I guess we'll have to check out the Githyanki Creche just to see. Although my sense from meta point of view is none of these cure things are going to work out. They're all like options to pursue, and then we're going to diverge into some sort of central location. So we'll see how it goes. I know. This playthrough is basically blind, yeah. I had intentionally avoided playing too much in early access. At this point, in my multiplayer session that we've been playing with some friends once per week, we have poked our nose into the Underdark a little bit, that we haven't done in this run. But one of the things with that run is it's pretty chaotic. It's mostly certain members of our party or certain member of our party starting trouble and like breaking sequences in a fun way. I had invited that for the thing. I said, you know, it's totally fine. Go cray, it's okay that things are going to go dumb and stupid and awesome, because it means I'll still get to experience like the more proper route in my regular Let's Play here. So yeah, we're basically all hitting stuff I have no idea what's coming for. Oh, in my personal game, so last week we did go in this one finally pick up Karlach, which is kind of delayed, unfortunately. But in my personal game, I did go and grab her first before going and booping with the Paladins of Tyr. Also, I intentionally didn't have Will in my party for that, just so I could see the change of interactions that A, would happen when we would go into the place and meet the Paladins of Tyr, B, also what would happen when I go back to camp and then sleep, and that interaction. Oh, great stuff. Great stuff. A little disappointed that I didn't have Karlach in our party sooner, because she's fantastic. 10 out of 10. I can see why a lot of people are saying best character. Hey, Quill, fantastic personality. Really like having her in the group, which is really lovely. Let's quickly go ahead and read some subs and resubs, and then we're going to go ahead and get playing. Demon X says, with 4 human players at any given time, at least one person will be off making some sort of terrible mistake. Over time, that 25% chaos factor really cascades. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Where's my... There we go. Streamlabs. What do we got? First of all, Bumble's Red Panda, thank you very much for converting your Prime Gaming sub to a Tier 1 sub. Much appreciated for that support. Thank you. Who started us off today? Today was For Evil Not Good, coming in first with the resubs at 28 months. Bowen Cormac is at 11 months, almost a 1 year Twitch anniversary. Darv Tormund is at 29 months. Bunisher coming in at a big 110 months. They say 110 is the number of sub months. Time flies. I'm not sure how fast it's going. It only accelerates, it feels like, you know, the passage of time. Radical is resubbed for the 75th month, as did Boba Bashug. Thank you very much, you two. Bunky Business at 26 months. Bippy's a Twitch baby at 9 months. Serial Hobbit is celebrating their 2nd year Twitch anniversary. Marvin Berger's at 29 months. Cliparian's at 20 months. Bitter Old Guy, feel that name too, at 55 months. Jacked Fred at 4 months. Hey, thank you, Jack. Ariel Orbinson at 39 months. Reg Cooper, 116 months. We've got a few old timers of the channel around. Thank you so much. Brutal Swede is at the 100 mark, the century of months. Thank you very much, Brutal Swede. Ziggity Zigzag at 54 months. Turzum at 62. Cassie Emperor with a very nice 69 months. We've got another Twitch anniversary. True's Chat is at 12 months, a 1-year Twitch anniversary. True's Chat, who some of you may know from our Dwarf Fortress run, which is going to return at some point. It's just hard to compete with Baldur's Gate 3 right now. Baction is at 63 months, and just now we have Rat Lord bring us in at a full deck of cards, 52 months. Thank you very much for that. Excellent. Coolman says, really want to see you play Wall World. Persian Nora says, it'd be cool if there was a playthrough of 4 human players where everyone went and did different quests after Glade at the same time. I mean, that would be hard to do as videos, but it would be pretty funny to do live, especially if people are getting the solo fights. Okay, I think that brings us up to date. Our current party is Dolores. It is Shadowheart, who we did respec to a light cleric with better attributes. We have Karlak here, the barbarian, who I do think we did a respec just to tweak her stats. And then Asterion here, who last episode or last time we streamed, we also respec to tweak some stats and also to rebuild as a Gloomstalker Ranger Rogue. I think right now my plan is to go all the way up to level 5 Ranger. I'm assuming level 5 gives you like the 2nd attack per round or something like that. It should be a pretty big one. We could double check. But level 4 Ranger will give us the ability score increase / probably the sharpshooter feat. Level 5, I believe, is a big one for Ranger. And then I think after that, we go back into Rogue and pick up 3 levels of it so that we can unlock Assassin. And then between the 2 classes, Gloomstalker and Assassin, we're going to have some insane opening around damage. It's going to be redonkulous. And then after that, I'm not sure. We might end up with like an 8 and 4 overall to maximize feats. Or we might just start putting more points in the Ranger, just because we'll have to check what things get at different levels to min-max what the situation might be.
All's well that ends not as bad as it could have.
Oh, Svibla asks, what happened to the thumbnail for Wanda's Legacy? Seems like Wanda herself has been stolen out of history. I mean, technically that was never, yeah, you're right, that was Wanda. I've been having trouble with YouTube, like, demonetizing some of my videos. It happened to some of the Baldur's Gate 3 stuff, but it's happened to a lot to the RimWorld stuff. And I know one of the things that can be sensitive is thumbnail content, and maybe they were perceiving the RimWorld pawn with a blur effect as being more naughty than I had expected. So I decided to just like tweak the thumbnail and remove the blurry RimWorld pawn in case they were treating that as some sort of like titillating thumbnail. Like, all right, well, we'll give that a try. And so far that has the monetization situation has been better on that, which is good. But yeah, we have a bunch of those RimWorld videos are like, no advertising for you. So we'll see. YouTube's really trying to cut down on pornography. Okay, can someone ban Demonac?
At the ready.
That's, you know, I haven't even finished my coffee yet. I can't deal with this. So we're gonna, of course, pick up every herb we run up against. How can we not? I mean, Bone Cap, I think, is a mushroom, but still. Okay, the stash is down there, but let's just... Oh, okay, that's just connecting us back to an area we've been to earlier on. Let's snoop a boot just in this corner. What's your favorite RimWorld DLC? It's got to be Ideology. I really like the replayability that is made possible by Ideology. No survival checks? Okay. Look like a good place for digging. Nice little splashing water. So much detail in this game. Yeah, 5 is a big breakpoint for everyone, yeah. Level 3 spells for casters. Level 5 extra attacks and other significant things for marshals.
That might be less curious.
What's that?
Interesting. Oh, wait, hold on. So I was going to say, that's weird. No, locating dirt mounds is usually a survival check. Why are we seeing perception checks? Because apparently there's something under this tree. I meant to open up the backpack here. Gold, silver ingots, elixir the Colossus. Oh, increases your size. Extra D4. You know what? We're going to give that to Karlak. Whether or not, you know what, I'll keep the basket pad. I'll just throw it to the camp because we can do some fun like inventory organization with that. Stacks with enlarge reduce. That's nice. Now, one of the things I thought druids as a level 2 spell had access to enlarge reduce, but I don't think so. I was just looking at and redoing my spells before the stream started. I was like, oh, I guess it's not in there, and I don't think Shadowheart has access to it as a level 2 spell. That was old person. Is it just wizard spells? Or maybe our divine casters get it, is it level 3? Qu'est-ce que c'est? Fleet Fingers, running jump. Once per turn, after the wearer dashes or takes a similar action, they can jump without using a bonus action. Okay, that's actually stupid good. I don't know that anyone can benefit really from this. Now, there's always the problem that Del doesn't really get to take advantage of his magic items too much. I suppose we could just throw it on you. Because you've got the Growling Underdog. You know what? That actually doesn't do much for you, but neither does like sort of the running jump kind of move. Actually, I really like the idea of maybe throwing it on Karlach. Now, there's a problem if you do click on one of these slots to see equipable items, and you switch characters, it's like stuck in this like selected one, but it doesn't actually go. So you got to click to another slot, then click back. What else can we give you? Gloves of Heroism. I mean, it still helps with saving throws, but we don't do Channel Oath. I mean, strength saving throws don't come up that often. I think I will throw it on Karlach, because it might be useful for her to do running jumps sometimes to close with the enemy. Okay, that seems fine.
Get going.
It's good for Astarion unless he has something better. That's a good point. I think Astarion... Yeah, Astarion's using these gloves of power for the +1 to sleight of hands, and then the possibility to bane someone, which seems pretty useful to me. So... Oh! I wonder if the tree was the goblin stash. I just noticed it went away. So it was either the diggable or was that. Alright. Cool. Alright, that's done. Let's follow the southern edge of the swampy area and just make our way to Auntie Ethel. I mean, we're probably going to see a million things. It's probably going to be an hour before we get to... Oh, there's people over here. Oh,
But you're bloody getting some if you don't fess up.
Hey, that's Auntie Ethel. She lives over there. Oh, wait. What's all this, then? We're not going to sneak up.
Lads, for the love of all that is holy, I've never clapped eyes on your poor sister.
Drop the act, hag. You was the last to see Mayrina.
Just let her go.
So is she a hag?
Please.
Again, I'm
Goodness, you're
rhetorical
here,
questions
sweetie.
here. Don't answer.
I don't know what's come over these boys.
Auntie Ethel's face creases with false concern. You realize she's lying about seeing this girl, Mayrina.
Stop this! We won't ask again!
Do I call her out? I mean, I guess so. We know the truth. It doesn't mean... I mean, they could just be using hag as a generic insult. Although, we read one book already that lists like 3 types of hags, which to me is like a hint that hags are going to exist in this game. She does live out in a swamp, and she is someone who's good with potions, so maybe, or she's just, you know, some hedge witch kind of thing. But I guess we'll say, I mean, we know you've seen the girl. Hopefully this doesn't, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to save mid-conversation.
Bollocks! You were supposed to rush to my defense, love. Fat lot of good you are.
Well, I mean...
Some advice?
Hey, Quill,
you
pay
have a
attention.
dark
There's
at
a new
my door,
subscriber.
you'd best have that head bowed and an apology at the ready.
Okay.
Bye-bye now.
I was just hoping for an explanation.
Bloody hells. She just disappeared. Ain't seen nothing like that before.
She could shoot fireworks out of her backside for all I care. The hag has Rena.
Will someone please tell me what's going on?
It's our sister, Mayrina. Well, she was in a bad way after her husband died.
Started saying weird things, like how she was gonna bring him back.
Next thing, she's gone looking for the hag. Of all the stupid things
necromancy?
to do. And we haven't seen her since. And no good ever came from dealing with a hag.
None of this matters, all right? We need to get her back, and fast.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go with option 1. I'm still, like, wondering if this is a clear-cut, like, Is Ethel an evil hag? Is she a sort of middling evil hag, which we can deal with? Is she just a hedge witch? Is she an evil hedge witch? Or kindly, herbalist-y hedge witch? I don't know. But you know what? These guys are just too dumb to be allowed to wander around these swamps. Let me take care of this. One way or another, we'll figure out what's going on.
Are you joking? I ain't got a
Shadowheart
clue who you
dispersed.
are. No way I'm leaving Rena to you.
But, Joel,
Not a chance. We're getting her back on our own.
Oh,
come
they're
on.
definitely dead. 100% they're dead. Okay.
Transforming into a mind flayer might have its perks. At least then I could float over this muck.
Maybe I need more pockets.
Not one for roughing it, I see.
More conversation. Oh.
Wallowing in filth is for pigs and children, my dear.
But you repeat yourself.
Children and people with a little bit of grit.
Yeah, this is a nice swamp. Ooh, a loving note. Yeah, we're gonna run into a donkey and an ogre here.
A chill runs up your spine. You feel like you're being watched.
I was just trying to go read a note. Okay, but we're Druid. And we have some intellect because of our hats, so I'm gonna go with that option. I mean, technically, we might have a better... No, the roll is about the same with investigation, but I'm assuming with the Druid route, it might be a lower DC, we might have advantage. I'm not gonna ignore the feeling. That is a tough check. I don't know if I want to use a second level spell slot to gain advantage. Because I don't expect we're really going to need advantage on intelligence checks very much right now. So I think it's mostly going to be a waste of a second level spell slot. And so since we're on Tactician now, we do tend to use the spells more, and I don't want to rest quite as often. So I think we'll just do a guidance check here. If it fails, it fails. Oh! I say we're gonna, we mostly let we've done a couple of reload save scums for early on when we were mucking around with stealth and getting annoyed by it and things like that. But mostly with these conversations and things, we're letting it go where it lies. And I think one of the things this game has done really well, they've made failing on these things still kind of interesting, right? Like failing on these checks is more like, well, I guess we're gonna see the story in a different way, as opposed to if I think about even the great game like Fallout New Vegas, a lot of times I felt like if I couldn't make an extra conversation check, it was like, well, I'm just going to miss out on some cool stuff. Oh, I didn't get the voiceover. Or maybe that was an old message. The chill up your spine, yeah.
You blink and the wilderness changes. A swamp, stinking and insidious, assaults your senses.
That's why the swamp was so pretty, because I'm sorry. How did they do this in the game? I mean, there's a lighting change, sure, but they also, the trees, the plants? I don't know, maybe it's just a filter. I'd have to really check before and after. But it feels like they swapped out a bunch of models. I mean, I guess with the trees, it'd be as easy as, removing a bunch of, leaf flares? Someone over there. Did it always say putrid bog before? Take a breather, lovelies. Have a bite to eat on me. Auntie E. So she leaving... Okay, alright. So maybe Auntie E is not the kindest. With the force illusion to spell, this apple's lethal nature becomes readily apparent. Hold on, if I hadn't made the check, would these just showed up as apples, period? Oh, that's funny. That's very interesting. There's a lot of perception fails going on. Oh, okay. A red cap. Oh.
Easy. This place is hungry for blood.
Watch your back.
Okay, just DT10. That's not bad.
Time for discretion.
Oh, because we're not grouped, it's not stealthing everyone. Okay. Regroup, break group, save. You guys stay there in a sneaky style. Still, whoa! Still have guidance running, which should give me a boost to perception checks if there's more traps. Ooh. Open wound, bleeding. On the vampire, because of course. How many perception checks did you fail, buddy? I wonder, does it heal? You gotta cure wounds. Stop the bleeding. Lost condition, open wound. Yeah, okay. Go back to sneaking. Your guidance wore off. Hang on. We're going to do a little bit more snooping about here. Pre-Tactician, I would have just done a run in here, but... Hard Bull Rush. Another wicker basket. Lost condition hiding.
Radio
Oh, they spotted me, but no aggro. Well, I guess they're not set to aggro right now. But it'll probably be, like, set to a conversation. What is Asterian's perception? And +4 is not bad. I mean, theoretically, the wisdomy people here might have better, but... Okay, let's do a little bit more snooping and boot with Asterians before we commit to whatever the heck's going on here. Oh, Quill, or Billowers, you gotta fight.
Any attention right now.
Quiet. Oh dear.
Okay, I should probably be doing this on turn-based mode. The density of traps here is ridiculous. Luckily, we can basically only fail by rolling a 1. Which that may be literally true. Yeah, you're bleeding again.
Oh dear. Someone's left a trap out for
And a
us.
perception fail. I mean, I guess as long as I stay out of the water, it looks like there's no traps in the dry ground.
Yes.
So maybe that'll be the thing. Because it looks like the water here is just filled with crap.
Whatever comes, I'm ready.
Nice and quiet then.
All right, let's group up. Save. Yeah, what if we run out of disarming tools? Yeah, that's a good
Gods are
point.
watching me.
Well, okay, they're not hostile. You know what? Let's just walk in. There's no... So, okay, red caps are very evil fae. I suppose... Yeah, see, we're going to get spotted regardless. I suppose knowing that, we could plan a preemptive attack. Wow, all these baskets are poisoned. Maybe the red caps don't care.
The
hello.
murderous glare of a red cap, a fey creature known for its bloodlust, greets you.
Mm-hmm.
That noise. Is the creature pretending to be...
Right, evil is just unseelie. Well, they're pretty evil. Aren't they, like, aren't the red caps actively sadistic and, like, dip their caps in the blood of, like, victims? Here's pretending to be a sheep. I'll baw him back. Oh, everyone approved. Okay. Is there something wrong with them? Are they on... Okay, why are they don't show up on an alt, but I can click? Sleight of hand successful. I guess they're barbed, so I guess there's a chance of injuring myself while trying to pick. Twisting vines, I think, can enroot you. Oh, there's a fast travel. So...
The brothers.
Oh.
I guess they didn't find their sister.
Whoever did this wanted them to suffer.
Still
We
waiting
need
for
to be
these guys to
careful.
just trigger on me. So, if I hadn't dispelled the illusion by seeing through it, would I literally be seeing sheep here? It said